Yo, what up, Habibis? Welcome back for another video. And today we are doing a tier list. First time doing this, but I think it'll be good for people that are struggling with this content to kind of know which heroes are usable in this content, which ones are great, which ones are okay, and which ones you just want to avoid. And I'm going to do two separate videos. Today's video is on the Bulwark form, where this portion of the fight is magic damage based. You don't want physical damage heroes. Kind of need like 4 DPSs, sorry, a couple healers, a tank. So we're going to go through all that, and I'm going to make it simple by just including the heroes necessary or usable in this game mode for magic damage specifically, and then do the same for the spellbane form, which is physical damage, in a whole separate video. So let's just get into the tier list now. Alright, let's get straight into it. Bear with me. The hero names are not in English. So we're just gonna move. We're gonna move quickly through the list. We're gonna avoid any physical damage dealers or heroes that will not be used. Okay, so let's start with Zilla 2, long range damage dealer, magic. She could be usable, but Inferno Lords like Soul Cadence and Twin Fiend, I mean, you're not gonna really use them in this. You could potentially, but they're not the top tier. So because of that, we're gonna put Zilla 2 at D because it's not really gonna be usable. Now let's move to Valkyria. Valkyria is gonna be pretty decent actually in this because she does inflict vulnerability, magic damage, long range in terms of tiled, fighter, and you can run. You could potentially run a northerner, but you're not gonna run that in this. But here's the cool thing: you can run it in an arbiter. So if you have a Praetus, Ingrid, Valara, you could run her next to, let's say, Valara, and help Valara out with some magic vulnerability. So because of that, let's put her at a C. Way more usability because of the Lord that can actually be used in this. Way better than Zilla 2. And yeah. Okay, so now we got Celine here. Magic damage, fighter. She is in a good faction, Esoterist, which is really good for this game mode, but you're really not going to be using her. So we're going to put her at D. Way more options in the fighter section. Okay, now we move. Ares. Can't use them in a tank in this, so avoid that. No for Abomination. No for Araka. No for Ma, Luguru, Aspen. So now we got Ymrit. Okay. Ymrit. Potential. He does give everybody a bonus in terms of damage. AoE. Control. We're gonna, honestly, he is a good shout out. And because he gives an extra boost to people, I'm gonna put him at B. Potentially C, but he just, he has good control, good AoE damage, and again, he can fit in any faction. So he's a good shout out as a replacement. Alright, we got Cerberus. Cerberus, cultist faction, fighter, but not going to use him because of his death and time to get back onto the field. You're going to have to put him on a D. Elder, not going to be using him in this. Now Falchia could be nice. Could be nice. Esoterist, fighter, but you need AoE, and because of that, we're going to put on a D. Ardea is nope. Helga, no. Yurden, no. Magnus, no. Kaniza, Cap, no. Jira, no. Lust, no. Valderon, no. Here's the thing with Valderon, though. He's not going to be usable there. Rhaegar, Numera. Okay. Numera, not going to be usable. We're going to put her at D. You need the AoE, and she's just not it. Alright, so now we got potentially our first A in Magda. Okay, Magda, really good. I use her personally. She does give everybody a penetration buff that's next to her. She does knockbacks. She does pretty good amount of damage. I'm going to put her as an S. I'm going to put her as an S because you will be running Dia-chan in your second team, and you do need some form of a penetration boost to a couple of heroes. And she does that. She has good control in terms of pushbacks and does really good damage. So Magda's our first S. Now Fallon is not going to be usable in this. And let's move. But honestly, with Fallon, he does have AoE magic. You could use him. This is a tough one. He has dual factions. I think just for the sake of the dual factions, and he has AoE, we're going to put him at C. Because you could run him in Arbiter and an SO. Is he really going to be the most usable? Probably not. But if you're missing somebody, you might as well run him. Okay. Xena, straight to the D. Straight to the D. Phineas, straight to the D. You want more of an AoE type of hero there. And they do not do that. Now, this is a good shout out. Ares. Ares, I'm going to put at a B. Put Ares in a B because he has a good faction with the SO, long range, really high damage potential. Can also run him with a Ingrid because of the Watchers. Really good shout out there. So, skip, skip, skip. Skip. And now we got a couple of defenders. So, honestly with you, I'm only going to use defenders that have a prevention of death. So the first one is Regulus, because in this game mode, if they die once, your whole run is over. So Regulus in this can go with Ingrid. Has a death mechanic, like prevent death mechanic, right? Because of that and his Watchguard, I will have to put him as a C. He's better than most for this. So yeah, we're gonna just put him as C. He also puts a shield around adjacent, so I mean, or like a little protection, so we'll go with him. Tordor, I'm honestly gonna put him as a D because yeah, he has the prevent death, but unless you have him A5 where you can get 2 of those, you're not going to really run him as a faction lord, so he's not going to be as great as Regulus in this. So put him as a D. Alright, let's move. You're not going to use any of these defenders. Now Cyrus is going to be our next S hero. Cyrus is arguably the best defender for this. He's just really good. He has good damage mitigation on himself, and he basically never dies. When I was running him, he doesn't die. especially if you're running a Carnelian in your team. He's not going to die. He's really good. And he's a Lord, so it saves you a slot there. He's our first S. If you have him, you should be running him. Now, Brokir, I'm going to put him as a C as well, potentially a B. I mean, the only knockback is Regulus is probably going to be better than him because of the faction bonus, but he also you can kind of time his shields. But yeah, we're going to keep him as a C. Now, Malvira, I'm going to put as a B defender because of the faction with the cultist and the death prevention mechanic, like damage mitigation, and she can do some damage and some control potentially with her range. I'll put her as a B. I like her better than Regulus and Brokir. Potentially Regulus could be better, but just depends on your lineup. And yeah, let's move. Let's keep moving. Alright, we're moving. So, next on the list, we're going to skip everybody in this row. We got Hex. Hex, straight to the D. I'm not using him. Don't even think about it. We got Pelagios. Really good AoE, but we're going to put him as a C. He does work really well with the Arbiters. This doesn't have the craziest high potential. It does have some control. We're going to put him as the C. Okay. Let's keep moving. Skip. Everybody here is a skip. Skip. Now Nocturne. Where did Nocturne go? Where the hell did I knock Nocturne to? Oh, baby. I lost my boy Nocturne. Shit, man. I'll put Nocturne somewhere I can't even find him anymore. I'll be right back with you when I find him. Alright, I found our boy Nocturne. Kind of hiding there. I mean, I don't really... You're not going to really use him, bro. He's going to be in the D section. Put him in the D. Alright, and we move. Shamir. D. Sorry, you put it at the D. We keep moving. Ajax. Ajax, I'm going to put actually... I'm going to put him as... We're going to put him as a B. He does have a same as Yimmer. He kind of gives everybody bonus damage. He does have a long range AoE damage. And you can mix and match with different factions with him. So I think he deserves the B ranking. So he's pretty good. And then, let's see, we got Zealous. I think Zealous is going to be put in the A. Zealous, really good. Good range. Good damage. He just got buffed. I really like him. Cultist faction and ESO are probably the two top factions at the moment for this. So if you have Zealous, max him out. Uses exclusive artifact, exclusive gear, and yeah, he's really good. Alright. And let's see. So we kind of skipped. Did we skip anybody? Okay. So we're here. Lasir, D. Don't even use him. I mean, if you're missing an extra mage and you're running cultist, sure, but he's not good. Soul Cadence, gonna have to put him at the D. You're not really gonna run him. There's not a good. I mean, he's the last choice, and we might as well just put Twin Fiend. Might as well put Twin Fiend next to him. both to the D. Alright, let's move. Morgan. Morgan? I'm putting it at an A. Cultist Lord. Demi, I believe, is better than her, but she's really good. Legendary Lord for top faction on this. And yeah, if you have her, runner, especially if you don't have Demi. Kriya. Kriya, if you got her High Awakening, man, crazy damage. Like, she's good. Some couple top teams use her. If you do got her High Awakening, I would test her out, bro, because she is really good. So she's for sure up there as a top mage. Now we got Comet. Comet, he's not good for this, but he is better than the rest here. I'm gonna put him on the borderline of C and B. He has the good faction, but yeah, there's other better options than him. Vierna is going to be, you could potentially make a case for her to be in the A, but she's not your top choice. She's going to be in the borderline of B and A as well. Just like Hamid, she is really good, cultist faction, and good high potential damage. Venoma. If you're missing an SO Lord, I'm going to put her as a C. If you're missing an SO Lord, she's decent, right? Because you just need the bonus. So, but don't expect high damages. Okay, Katie, we're gonna put him. I'm gonna put him as a C. Put him as C. Nothing crazy. Now Boreas. Boreas is A. Good damage. SO faction. Control with the freezes. Especially if you have this exclusive artifact, gear, cataclysm set. Really good. We're just gonna do it like this. You know, might as well organize this a bit. I'll do it at the end. But yeah, he's there. Durza. You could use him just for some buffing of your heroes. So because of that, we're gonna put him as a C. Don't expect damages. High potential damage. Demi is going to be our S. Really crazy damage. Besides Cyrus, these two are the best lords to combine with. Better than Morgan, I think, in this. And she's really, really good. Really good. Nastia. For Lord, we're going to put her with Venoma, C. I mean, she's probably better than Venoma, but don't expect much crazy damage from her. She's only up there because of her Lord bonus. Beazle is an S. Buffs your heroes. Decent damage. Control. For sure an S. Okay? If you have him, run him. Period. Straight to the D. Not even going to talk about it. Beatrix is a S. Actually, yeah, she's an S. She's on the borderline of A and S, but I'm going to push her up there because she is really good. Dual factions, so you can run her in any. High damage. Really good. If you have her High Awakening, I recommend running her. Okay? Anai. D. Just not running that faction. Alistar. Because the Arbiter, we're just going to put him borderline of D and C. Not going to really run him. Praetus, I'm going to put him as a C. Yeah. This is the Lord. He's just there for the Lord. Doesn't have crazy AoE damage. But he is probably top Lord for this. And yeah, we move, and we move. Alright. So I'm gonna make a little change. I'm moving Vierna up because I realized that she's just really good. I'm gonna put her as an A rank, and I'm also gonna move Ares to an A rank. Really good. And yeah, and I'm also gonna update this. Yimmerin and Ajax potentially are, I believe they're in between C and B. But yeah, those are just the two updates. All right, Zaris, we're gonna put him as a C. Could have good potential with the new Lord coming out, but we gotta just see the testing there. Dahlia, same thing, C. Honora is going to be an S. Almost in every top team. Really high damage, and if you got her A1 and above, she's gonna do really good for you. Okay. And then in it, yeah, it's gonna be like a C. I mean, D and C, borderline, nothing crazy. Yeah, she's gonna be on the D as well. And I think we got all the damage dealers and tanks, right? Okay. So now we're moving to the juicy part, the healers. Elwyn, S. Elwyn is an S. Again, another content where she dominates as a healer. She has Dispel, which you need for the debuffs. She has a Wood Elf where you can heal if you need it. And she's just really good with the Rage boost. And yeah. Laya, we're going to just put her as a C. She does have a little Rage, and she's a Watchers, but not really going to use her on this portion. Maybe in the second round with the physical, yes, very good, but in this one, no. The Somi, same thing, C. Diao, I mean, Diao is always going to be an S. But for this specific, I mean, you don't really want to use her. But if you have to, use her. But I'm going to put her as an S because she's just good. Aelin is going to be a B healer. If you're really missing the heals, I'd run her, but she's not your top choices. There's some other choices that are better for this. Pharisee is going to be an A healer. Probably him and Narissa are the two best for the AoE reduction, which is why we're going to place Narissa. Narissa, I believe, is better, but because of the faction, I'm honestly going to put Narissa as an S because of the faction. Okay. Ezreal, my boy. Ezreal is A, and you're not going to use him as a tank, as a healer. You run him as a tank, and I uploaded a video on this. He's really good as a tank. You build him high HP, unshaken, and the boss will target him because he has the highest HP for that single strike, and he actually has a passive. And somebody corrected me on the comments. He has a passive where he can't take more than 60% of damage or something like that. Really good as a tank. Carnelian, S. S. She's an S. Prevents your heroes from dying. Just really good if you have her, run her. Sadie, we're going to put her as a C. Yeah, just as a C. Eunomia is, put her as a C. Not really going to run her. Tallulah has Dispel. We're going to put her as a B healer. And I believe we're missing a couple healers. Artemis is going to be a D. We're missing a couple healers. So yeah, this is the tier list with what we have. The S's, I think this is the right tier list. Couple heroes could move up and down, but in terms of magic damage, this is what it is. And yeah, I like this ranking. We are missing a couple healers, or I believe the more important one to point out, I'm going to show you in game right now. And yeah, let's just get straight into it here. Let me swap the screens. And yeah, let's show you real quick here. So as we go to the leaderboards, and just to finish off this video, we are missing Valara in that list. Valara is an S. If you have Valara, run Valara. Okay, flat out run Valara. Okay, I believe we had Magda in there. Ingrid was not in there, if I was not mistaken. Yeah, there's no Ingrid in that list. Yeah, so Ingrid is an S for this as well. Draylen was not in there. Draylen is okay, not the best. Then Ireless, you could run Ireless because of the rage and the revive mechanic. I would put Ireless as a B. And yeah, I think we touched on everybody. We're just missing Valara, Ireless, and Draylen. I guess the new heroes were not on that list, which was kind of unfortunate. Couldn't make the list as clean as I'd like, but as you can see, we touched on all the heroes we put on the S, and they are basically in all the top teams. Like, we're missing Malric. Also, Malric is in the A category. Really good. Buffs your heroes, your allies, magic damage, good faction. But yeah, hopefully you see this person right here running Ymrit. There is possibilities there. Durza here, like we touched. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Sorry for the long video. I just wanted to get into deep with all the possible heroes you can use in this, and I hope you guys liked it. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. We're going to touch the physical damage portion, and we're going to make that tier list right now. I'll see you guys. Peace.